and the Terminator films.
The first time that I remember a special effects nightmare was on the Terminator. And we had Arnold Schwarzenegger. He had to put his fist through a windshield. Of course, it was not an easy thing to do, and it turned out we could not do that on the move. And instead, what we had to do was have the car stationary, have a hydraulic ram, push through the window with a fist that simulated Arnold's fist, and we had to put a painted brick wall on a truck that drove by, simulating movement. Filmmaking is not about having a cyborg Terminator come in, open the door, walk across the room, and sit down and shake your hand. It's about creating the illusion in the audience's mind that that's what they've seen.
The explosion of the Terminator's gas tanker truck looks enormous, but in reality, the vehicle was an 8-foot-long model, carrying 3 gallons of gasoline. The explosion was originally going to be shot full scale, blowing up the actual truck driven by Arnold Schwarzenegger. But the location where the filming took place was next to a police munitions armory, and the necessary permits were denied. So a model replica of the truck was built, and the location's buildings, street, and parked cars were duplicated in miniature in the parking lot of effects house Fantasy 2. An even bigger challenge was the movie's future war sequence. Effects supervisor Gene Warren Jr. had to stage believable miniature battle scenes that would be combined with full-scale shots filmed with the actors. Gene oversaw construction of a 700-square-foot miniature set of a war-torn Los Angeles, designed to have a grim and gritty look. It included such ominous details as miniature skulls. The futuristic war machines, out to destroy the last vestige of humanity, were built in Fantasy 2's model shop. Miniature combat vehicles, including a 200-pound hunter-killer tank, had radio-controlled treads, turrets, and guns. Aerial hunter-killers were suspended on wire and pulled through the set, which was heavily smoked during filming to simulate atmospheric conditions. An essential element of the Terminator's future war were its explosions. Pyrotechnics expert Joe Viscoso had earlier blown up hundreds of model spaceships and the Empire's Death Star in Star Wars. Here, he destroyed several of the carefully crafted miniatures with a combination of gasoline and black powder.
There is a lot of pressure when you have only one model, and that model might cost anywhere from $20,000 to $100,000. It's one model. And until that shot is over, then you can relax and celebrate, but not until you push that button.
With model vehicles and miniature worlds in their bag of tricks, the masters of illusion have proven that even little effects can have a big impact, and that there is no such thing as an impossible shot. Day, image compositing helped create a single-screen character, the T-1000, played by Robert Patrick.
He was the ultimate weapon. He was the ultimate machine, the ultimate warrior. And so that was the core of, like, the performance, was defining the body posture. It's just it's a very physical performance and putting on that face of intensity.
But more than acting was required to create the character's liquid metal properties. That assignment went to leading effects house Industrial Light and Magic, or ILM. And 8-time Academy Award winner Dennis Muren knew that traditional special effects techniques would not be adequate.
I had been feeling probably since the mid-'80s that we had been doing, we'd reached the end of what we could do. You know, we could vary this a little bit, we can vary that, but there wasn't really much we could do that would be unique or different.
So ILM accepted the challenge of developing a new generation of computer graphics that would be realistic enough to blend with film of a live actor. The first step was to obtain a laser scan of Patrick's face and body. These data were input into a computer, and 3-dimensional models of Patrick were rendered. Next, the effects team shot reference film of his walk, run, and other movements. The computer models were then manipulated by effects artists and blended with the live-action film to create T-1000's terrifying transformations.
It's a total ensemble effort of technology, film magic and actor bringing it all together and creating this, this villain.
If we had any doubts about the qualifications of this new Terminator to go up against Arnold Schwarzenegger, ILM's groundbreaking special effects quickly put them to rest.